Born into Roman nobility, Didius Julianus had an intriguing start to his journey. He arrived in the world in the year 133, a scion of the noble Didii family. This lineage placed him in the heart of Rome's political landscape, affording him an education from the finest tutors of the era. His marriage to Manlia Scantilla, a woman from a well-connected family, further cemented his position within the Roman elite. This union opened doors and allowed Julianus to navigate the corridors of power with ease. He served with distinction under the reigns of both Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, and his son Commodus, a far more controversial figure. These experiences, coupled with his natural ambition and astute political acumen, propelled Julianus up the ranks of the Roman hierarchy. Yet even with such a rapid rise, nobody could foresee the extraordinary circumstances that would catapult him to the throne. Julianus's political ascension was marked by ambition, but nobody could predict the extraordinary circumstances that would catapult him to the throne. In the volatile world of Roman politics, Julianus quickly distinguished himself. His military and political career was marked by a series of significant appointments, each one a stepping stone to greater power and influence. Julianus's first taste of military command came with his appointment as the governor of Germania Inferior, a position that placed him at the helm of one of Rome's most turbulent provinces. He faced the challenge of maintaining peace and stability in a region fraught with tension and conflict. His adept handling of these issues won him praise and recognition, paving the way for further advancement. On his return to Rome, Julianus's political career took off. He was elected as a consul, one of the highest political offices in Roman society. This role was not only a testament to his political acumen, but also a platform for him to demonstrate his leadership skills. As a consul, Julianus was instrumental in shaping Rome's domestic and foreign policies, further enhancing his reputation within the Roman elite. But perhaps the most notable aspect of Julianus's career was his role in suppressing the revolt of Lucilla. This uprising, led by the sister of Emperor Commodus, threatened to plunge Rome into chaos. Julianus, however, stepped in and quelled the revolt with a combination of strategic brilliance and military might. His success in this endeavor solidified his standing as a capable leader and a force to reckon with. Julianus's military and political career was characterized by ambition, determination, and a knack for navigating the complex web of Roman politics. His rise to power was nothing short of meteoric, a testament to his abilities as a leader and a politician. But it was the year 193 CE that would etch Julianus's name in the annals of Roman history. This pivotal year, often referred to as the Year of Five Emperors, would see Julianus ascend to the highest seat of power in Rome, marking the zenith of his career and setting the stage for his ultimate downfall. In 193 CE, Rome was rocked by a succession crisis like no other. The city, which had stood as the beacon of civilization, was now teetering on the brink of chaos. The assassination of Commodus, the son of the beloved Marcus Aurelius, had left the empire without an emperor. The Praetorian Guard, Rome's elite military force, took advantage of this power vacuum and chose Pertinax, a former military man and senator, as the new emperor. But Pertinax's reign was short-lived. His attempts to instill discipline in the Praetorian Guard were met with discontent and rebellion. After only 86 days, Pertinax was murdered by the very guards who had placed him on the throne. Rome was once again left without a leader. And this time the Praetorian Guard decided to take a different approach. Rather than choosing another emperor, the guards auctioned off the empire to the highest bidder. Yes, you heard it right. The mighty Roman Empire, the bastion of power and civilization, was put up for sale. It was a spectacle that would have been unthinkable in the glory days of Rome, a clear sign of how far the empire had fallen. Among the bidders was Didius Julianus, a seasoned politician with a keen understanding of the workings of Rome. Julianus outbid everyone else, promising each member of the Praetorian Guard a hefty sum of 25,000 sesterces. The deal was sealed, and Julianus was declared the new emperor of Rome. But buying an empire is one thing. ruling it is another. Julianus would soon discover that his ambitious bid for power came with a hefty price tag. The Roman people, the Senate, and the armies stationed in the provinces were not as easily bought as the Praetorian Guard. So it was that Julianus, the seasoned politician, became Emperor Didius Julianus. The year of 5 emperors was in full swing, and Julianus was right in the thick of it. His reign, however short, would leave a lasting mark on the annals of Roman history. Didius Julianus was emperor, but his reign was fraught with challenges. In the year 193, the Roman Empire was a cauldron of political unrest and public resentment. Julianus, having ascended the throne under controversial circumstances, faced the daunting task of stabilizing an empire on the brink of chaos. The political climate was turbulent, to say the least. Julianus faced opposition from all corners of the empire. The Praetorian Guard, once loyal to the emperor, had been swayed by Julianus's predecessor, Pertinax. Their loyalty was fickle and could be bought, a fact that Julianus knew all too well. He had, after all, secured his place on the throne through their support. Yet their allegiance was shallow, driven more by greed than respect. The public, too, was not in Julianus's favor. The sudden death of Pertinax and Julianus's subsequent ascension to the throne had left a bitter taste in their mouths. They saw Julianus not as a legitimate ruler, but as a usurper who had bought his way to power. This public resentment was a thorn in Julianus's side that he could not pluck. In the midst of this political turmoil, Julianus attempted to gain legitimacy. He sought to align himself with the revered Marcus Aurelius by claiming to be his adopted son. A desperate attempt, perhaps, but one that underscored Julianus's precarious position. Further adding to Julianus's woes were the legions of Septimius Severus, a formidable rival. Severus, who had been declared emperor by his troops in Pannonia, was marching towards Rome with a singular purpose: to claim the throne. Julianus, aware of this impending threat, tried to negotiate, but to no avail. Severus was resolute, his eyes set firmly on the imperial throne. In the end, Julianus's reign was short-lived, lasting only 9 weeks. 9 tumultuous weeks that were a microcosm of the broader political chaos of the time. A reign marked by controversy, opposition, and conflict. A reign that would forever be remembered for its brevity and the circumstances that led to its inception. As swiftly as he rose to power, Julianus fell. The Senate, in an act of desperation to preserve the stability of the empire, declared Severus as the rightful emperor. Julianus, once the ruler of Rome, was on the wrong side of the Senate's favor, and his fate was sealed in a swift and merciless fashion. Severus, who had been leading his troops towards Rome, was now the sanctioned authority. The Senate, hoping to appease him and avoid the wrath of his advancing legions, ordered Julianus's execution. It was the 66th day of his rule, a rule bought with the promise of wealth, but ended with the cold steel of a soldier's blade. The man who once sat at the pinnacle of power died a lonely death, stripped of his title, wealth, and dignity. Julianus, a fleeting figure in the grand tapestry of Roman emperors, met a tragic end. Julianus's death marked the end of one of the most tumultuous periods in Roman history. Didius Julianus's reign may have been brief, but his legacy endures. This statement rings true even 2 millennia after his short stint as the Roman emperor. The impact of Julianus's reign on the Roman Empire was profound, and his unique ascension to the throne set a precedent for future Roman politics. Though his reign lasted a mere 9 weeks during the tumultuous year of the 5 emperors, Julianus's rule was a watershed moment that highlighted the political instability of the Roman Empire. He was the first to openly buy the empire, a purchase that not only cost him a fortune, but also the respect of the Roman people and military. This audacious act demonstrated the extent of political corruption, and in doing so, it brought to light the dire need for reform within the empire. Historical texts have often portrayed Julianus in an unflattering light, casting him as a man driven by ambition and greed. Yet it's worth noting that these accounts were written by his contemporaries, many of whom were involved in the political machinations that led to his downfall. Despite this negative portrayal, Julianus's story serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the volatile nature of power. Moreover, Julianus's purchase of the empire set a dangerous precedent. It demonstrated that the Roman throne could be bought, not earned, thereby undermining the ideals of merit and service that the Roman Republic was founded upon. This act marked a shift in Roman politics, leading to a period of instability and power struggles that would eventually contribute to the empire's decline. In the end, Julianus's legacy is a complex one. He's remembered not for his achievements, but for the manner in which he came to power and the instability that defined his rule. Yet his story continues to captivate us, serving as a cautionary tale about the pursuit of power, the fragility of political structures, and the price of ambition. Didius Julianus, a name forever linked to one of the most dramatic episodes in Roman history, continues to captivate and intrigue us to this day.